Okay, DJ, let me see what you have for me today. Oh, maybe I should. Okay, that way I can see. Let's go one more. Thank you for providing the password. That's awesome. Taking a look at some of these different items. So this one is specifically for baklava. Okay. Okay. So a few things that we would want to kind of clarify on here. Different assumptions that we would want to document. Is this 75 cents? What is it for? What's considered a batch? So on and so forth. And we have a nice little thing of instructions here. So it is very clear which cells I am allowed to edit. One thing, let's actually unprotect. Oh, maybe it is just 1, 2, 3. There we go. Let's see. What was I going to say here? So if it's direct labor, technically those items aren't supposed to just be one. Direct labor is directly to the individual. So we wouldn't just go ahead and allocate those items. Your factory overhead, on the other hand, would be allocated. So let's see what we have here. So another thing, I'm assuming this is per month, right? 10,000 baht. I mean, I guess you could. That would be a big factory, but we could take a look. Let's see. So for those other areas. Okay. So this is just like a contractor who comes in and help, I'm guessing. Okay, I don't know where this is going. Okay, so it's in there, it's just elsewhere. Like I said before, direct labor really shouldn't be included in there. Your counter help, though, that is factory overhead according to what you're doing here. So yes. And then, so are you saying for 10,000 batches of baklava and 10,000 batches of these Galax, you would only need $25 in packaging? I have a feeling it would be much, much more expensive for packaging for those. Cleaning supplies. If a factory produced 20,000 batches of goods and they only spent $10 on cleaning supplies, I would never eat their food. So there's something a little off here. I think maybe you were thinking for a certain number of batches or something. But yeah, I hope they're spending more than $10 in cleaning supplies. And they're most likely going to have more than $200 in utilities. Rent, maybe, depending on where they are, sure. And again, if they're doing 10,000 batches, they definitely have higher depreciation on their equipment. Good start there. Okay. Now, one thing I'm noticing, you're double counting this. So whenever you have these numbers correct and you know your total for the period, remember you have to allocate to the two. You're just double counting it. So you're saying, so this number, and by the way, so when we're doing overhead, we wouldn't just say, oh, this is for half. We need to go ahead and say, okay, here's the total that we spend on everything. And we're going to allocate this total based on an allocation driver. So based on some type of cost basis, right? Whatever that driver is, right? It could be direct labor hours. It could be materials cost. It could be, you know, we could get a little bit more in depth with it. But yeah, we'd have to kind of figure that out a little bit deeper. Okay, so a few things to work on. You did a really nice job with your inputs. One thing I would like you to keep in mind for future assignments is documenting your assumptions a little bit more. So talking about what the time period is, what the batches are, so on and so forth. Also keep in mind, direct labor is a traceable cost. Those are prime costs. So we would have direct labor for Burma, direct labor for the Gallic, right? I'm not going to try to read that. And then when it comes to our overhead, we would have a total and we have to allocate it. But overall, it's a very clean spreadsheet, just missing a few things, but good start. Nice job, DJ.